Yes, hello again. We are back for another Gear-Stik Saturday morning. This time, at least starting off, we may get surprises in as we're recording. It is myself, NEligahn, the one who, leads this intrepid band of merry nincompoops. And with me, as usual, is my friend Poe.
Oh, hi.
And Mishy.
Z.
Yes! References, ho!
References are bad. So are inside jokes. You're both restricted from additional ones of them.
So what you're saying is I should say them more often.
No, I'm definitely not saying that. That is the opposite of what I am saying and or implying.
I can't quite understand you. I think I'll just say more references.
Canadians
are amazing.
Yeah, good try there. We are here to discuss game stuff, geek stuff, and whatever comes across our inboxes.
We have inboxes?
Figuratively speaking. I.e., what we searched that week and made us go, bleh? Like one of our news articles.
Too often.
Like one of our news articles that we're going to discuss that is always fun. But first we're going to start off with a little bit of what we have been playing this week. Poe, I'll let you start.
I was hitting up some awesome knots, a little bit of Mass Effect 3, and then I got recently re-addicted to Civilization 5.
Ah, you too, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's always been my go-to. I'm not doing anything, and I need to use my internet game, so I just plug it in there.
Yep.
And it's funny because it's got offline single player, which we'll get to later.
What?
Lies.
This is a thing?
I don't believe you.
So, Awesome Knots. That was something I played a bit, but couldn't get really. I've never been much of a MOBA person.
Yeah, I only like, I wouldn't say it's balanced, but it's certainly a lot better than other MOBAs out there in terms of skill versus hero. Which is, it's cool. I like it because of that.
It was unique for the controls. I did like the controls, the art style, and just the angle. It was just...
I love that it's sort of like a side-scroller, like a 2D side-scroller, except It's a MOBA. It's like, yes! I love it. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Okay, Mishy?
I've been recently getting back into Kingdoms of Amalur, thanks to that Rock Paper Shotgun article, with a bit of Mass Effect 3 on the side, thanks to the latest DLC.
Kingdoms of Amalur. That is a tragic story of the gaming industry. And
that game sucked.
It didn't suck. It didn't suck. It was a well executed 7 or an 8.
If you could get past the snooze fest of the first 3 hours, then sure.
Yeah, that's a weak point.
But after that, I never actually got past the 3-hour snooze fest. So
it sounds like me in Borderlands 2. I can get past the first 30 minutes.
But Claptrap was actually cool.
Yeah, totally. I didn't want to shoot him or anything.
I had a save editor for that.
It was grating.
I loved that.
I just greatly enjoyed the fact that their golden key thing could be modified in-game by an INI file. So you had 255 golden keys going, I'm just going to pop everyone on the chest now.
Gearbox, we've already torn you a new one in the previous episode, but you know what? Fuck you, Gearbox. Just had to get that in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Emotions running high.
I noticed. Getting a little crazy in here.
Let me see. As I've indicated, done a little bit of Civilization 5. I've been trying to get the muster to play the next chapter of The Walking Dead. Just because I know if I play it, then I'm going to be depressed the rest of the day. And thanks to a Brentalfloss song, I picked up Cave Story, which I am enjoying immensely. It is a 2D side-scroll that pays homage to the golden age of 8 and 16-bit platformers. But it's also a shooter, and it's just a mess of craziness, and I love it so far. There was a new free-to-play game released on Steam that I started playing to see if it was worth doing a demo listen of. That was Champions of Regnum.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Sounds terrible.
It should be called Champions of Rectum. because I'm not above those sort of jokes.
That was terrible.
Whenever you first get into it, you can't access options at all, so it looks like something out of 1999.
Good.
System Shock 2 had better, more compact graphics. And as soon as I got in there and could actually raise all the settings to max, it looked like a game from pre-WoW.
Oh, wow.
Vanilla WoW had more cohesive graphics than this. At least Vanilla WoW had footprints.
Damn.
And you're just kind of thrown into this world, and the animations are kind of lazy. I noticed that as you two know me by now, I like the little, details, because it tells you how much, attention to detail they had in the game to pay attention to stuff. When you jump up slow, and then you rocket to the ground.
Seems totally legit.
And I just created a generic dwarf, because I figured, generic warrior dwarf. 3 classes, by the way. The wonderful variety of warrior, archer, and mage.
Oh, so awesome.
So with a warrior dwarf, when I got to the starting area, and you get like 6 abilities right away, and you got no indication of what's going on in this thing. It's just like, hammer buttons, win. Okay. And I kept hitting 2 and 3, and it kept telling me I didn't have the right weapons equipped. So that was fun.
So you needed to hammer the button and wiggle the sticks? Is that what's going on?
No, there was still less interacting here than Resident Evil 6.
Oh. I see.
But, and there was another thing that irked me, and that finally just made me throw up my hands and quit, was the animation for the dwarf running. Was he had his right arm, like, off to the side, angled in slightly with the sword, and his left arm, like, forward with his forearm across his chest, like he was holding a shield or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how he ran everywhere. Was posed like this. And like, yeah, I'm gonna give this. I couldn't find a store, otherwise I would have looked in, seen how if it was pay to win at all. I clicked whatever button. I'm sure there's a tutorial in there about how to buy stuff.
Nice.
But that was kind of a painful moment.
I agree.
Other than that, I started giving Sid Meier's Pirates a try again, and it kicked my ass. So yeah, I think that's about it. So unless someone else has something else, we're going to go into some news.
Okay.
So this first one is much more up Poe and Mishy's alley, and Ellif too, if he were here.
Lazy Brit.
This is information and an interview on Rock, Paper, Shotgun about the new Space Hulk PC game.
Yes, that.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Space Hulk was the precursor to 40K, correct?
Kind of.
Yeah, it was... It's kind of hard to explain Space Hulk.
It's... Rogue Trader was before Warhammer, really.
Yeah.
And then Space Hulk was a board game that took elements from Rogue Trader and kind of helped make Warhammer. Because you had Terminators and Gene Stealers at the time. I think Gene Stealers weren't considered part of the Tyranids yet, were they?
Nope, Gene Stealers weren't a part of the Tyranids until I think second issue Tyranids. Yeah. But yes, Warhammer.
And they're going with the strategy game route. They're doing it XCOM style.
Yeah, I read that and got disappointed.
Why?
What?
Oh, you want another Space Marine.
No, not Space Marine. Well, yeah, I'd love another Space Marine, but I mean, it's just, I hope they do it better. Because XCOM was such a buggy thing that for me, it wasn't worth playing beyond the halfway point when, aliens were shooting me through solid rock.
See, I didn't have that much issue with bugs in XCOM.
I had so many bugs in XCOM. It was depressing.
I mean, anyone who's watched my playthrough knows I got my fair share of bullshit shots.
Yeah, I suppose that's more because the way it's portrayed is that you have a 90% chance to hit, and you got RNG, and then because it's not kind of real time, the aliens are like hiding behind cover, and they don't pop their head up to get shot. Whereas in real time, you notice that sort of thing.
My biggest irk with it, really, was if you discovered an alien, they basically got a free move.
Yeah, that sucked.
Oh yeah, that was
When
That-
and when it was their turn, they'd move into you, and then get a free move again.
yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, that was awful. Yeah.
I was like, ugh. So they have like 3 shots to kill you. It's like, oh god.
But gameplay, it was one of those where I hope they got enough to where they can work on a sequel or even a larger expansion pack so they can fix some of those issues. Because it was one of those where I greatly enjoyed it, but I'm not blind to its many issues. So I'm hoping they get a chance to fix it. But this I'm intrigued by because, like Space Marine, I enjoyed Space Marine. It was probably at least one of the best feeling shooters I'd played in some time.
Oh yeah, they got the feel. Space Marine, like well done. It was well done in terms of that. It was the multiplayer that brought it down, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but we can't have games releasing without multiplayer anymore.
Shh.
Well, I wouldn't have expected Space Marine to launch with single player only. Like,
Yeah, agreed.
No. I wanted to smash other people's faces in with a thunder hammer,
Oh,
not just orcs.
Oh, I wanted them to release orcs, but they never did.
Yeah, it was just Marines versus Chaos, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was
mostly.
For the longest time, the interest in orcs was rather high, and Relic was like, if the interest stays, we'll think about adding them as DLC pack later on. It's like, oh, that's really cool, but then Space Marine
THQ hell.
died.
Then THQ went to hell.
Pretty much.
It was depressing.
So what do you guys thought? You read the article. What do you think of what they're doing with it?
Yeah, it's one of those games where I'll probably pick up if I see someone else playing it and they say it's good, but I don't think I'd pick it up just
Is it
because...
launching at $60 American or cheaper?
Well, we don't know yet. It's still got about another 6 months at least of development. They estimate anywhere from between summer and Christmas. So they're not being vague at all.
See, the main reason for me is price point. I mean, I wouldn't probably pay full price for that.
For its graphical style, no, I wouldn't pay $60 for that. It looks like an Xbox Live arcade game.
Yeah, Kill Team it reminds me of, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was fun. I like Kill Team. Well worth the $5 or $10, I think it was.
Oh, Kill Team was great for its price. Damn, it was fantastic. But yes, things
and such. That's the funny thing because I would have expected you guys to be more gaga friggin' fanboy over it, considering how much you throw crap in the chat whenever we talk.
No, that's for the board game, not the
actual,
not the actual series, I guess.
Miniatures.
Well, the only game I really like, the only game series I'd probably get worked up over in terms of Warhammer would be Dawn of War, because that's quite a good RCS series.
Definitely Dawn of War, yeah.
And Space Marine, because
if they announce a Space Marine sequel, definitely.
Yeah.
Except it's owned by Sega now.
Yeah.
That's really about it. Yeah, I mean, there's no other real, I don't know, Warhammer things that have made me go, oh yeah, Turtle! Like, I mean, Fire Warrior kind of sucked ass.
Never played Fire Warrior.
Not that great.
Would you play a Warhammer Total War? Total Warhammer?
I
don't know. It would fit the fantasy style. I don't think it would fit the 40k style.
I would play a Warhammer Civ.
I don't think the Warhammer would fit into a Civ style at all.
I never said it'd be good. I said I'd play it. Be interesting. Why am I Space Marine taking 20 turns to build, man?
All of my no.
They have to age them to perfection. They got about a millennia.
Yeah, and then the whoever's deciding to be the leader of the orcs declares war on you. And drives tanks.
It'd be if it was anything like Civ 5, would be your long-term Marine ally would suddenly declare war on you.
The Inquisition decides to nuke you. Yeah.
Like, I don't like the way you smell.
Yes.
Oh, Civ jokes.
I want to play Civ now.
One of us. One of us. And now we're moving on to the second bit of quotage from a member of the Crytek development team that says, I think the notion of a single-player experience has to go away. However, I'm not saying there will be no single-player experiences. It could be called connected single-player or online single-player instead.
Because that worked out well for Diablo.
He's an idiot. Hands down, idiot.
This is why I directed us in our initial, Civ 5 discussion towards here, is the notion that one can play Civ 5 anywhere, and it can be a good time waster, and you don't require an internet connection for it. This is why I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not really on the fence. I'll probably end up getting it, but it's still irksome, is the new SimCity. Because it's EA, and EA have recently publicly come out saying they will have microtransactions in every game they make.
See, for me, it's not the microtransactions that's the problem. It's what they are. So like if the microtransactions are like, Katy Perry pack or, cool space pack, I really don't care. But if it's something like, you get awesome money when you start the game, that would piss me off.
That they're implying that it's more similar to Dead Space 3 than Sims.
Okay, all right.
So that would be like you'd have easier time getting roads and houses built, but
exactly.
But it wouldn't be necessary in any way, yeah.
No. There's some of the stuff where they're implying straight up bot power.
Oh, that's kind of lame. Although it is a single player. Oh no, does it have multiplayer?
It has a multiplayer functionality.
Yeah, and you can speed up multiplayer too.
See, my only issue with the Dead Space 3 microtransaction is that it kind of ruined the UI.
So I heard.
Dead Space 3 had quite immersive. Like Dead Space as a series is generally quite good with its UI being immersive. Like you don't notice it; it's not in the way, etc. But with Dead Space 3, do you wish to use your credit card to buy more stuff? Like, ugh.
Immersion broken.
It's like, God, I was doing so well. God damn it. Granted, I haven't played Dead Space 3, but I've seen people and it's like, ugh, God. It kind of breaks any rhyme going there.
I think you should just publish the damn game as a good quality game and expansion packs. I'm old school. Expansion packs. Why not?
Only if the expansion packs are fairly priced and not StarCraft. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Blizzard.
I'm trying to think.
But it's a whole new game.
No, it's the same game with extra units and a campaign. That's like $40 max.
I'm quite happy with the fact that over here, StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, is half the price of what Wings of Liberty launched at.
True. I got the collectors, and the collectors is only $70, which is a big deal for a collector's edition.
Well, it's 50 here, and my store retailed Wings of Liberty for 100, so that's half price, which is pretty good for an expansion pack. I'll take it.
I'm glad.
Especially since. So yeah, I don't have an issue with the pricing.
Don't StarCraft's campaigns have an offline single player?
Yes.
You can't go offline, I think, but if your internet connection dies, you get switched to offline mode.
No, there's an offline option right at the start. Yeah, right at the login screen. I mean.
Oh, there you go then.
Choose to log in as offline, and then you just don't get achievements. That's all. Which gives a shit.
I'm actually going through the brutal campaign on StarCraft 2 again for the achievements.
Oh God!
Yeah, I need to go through. I'm gonna go through the single player again before Heart of the Swarm comes out.
I played that game like 6 times through. I don't think I need to play it again.
Oh, I'm just doing it because my Oceanic account's got all the campaign achievements done on it. So I need my NA account through as well.
Yeah.
I played it straight through once, actually, and then went back and redid some of the missions that had the split choices.
Oh, yeah.
Like this. So exclusives, online single player. As Poe indicated, it worked well for Diablo.
Oh my God, that game.
It was a feature.
It's a service.
Oh yeah, it was a service.
It's a service.
It wasn't DRM. That's why we're giving it, offline single player to the consoles, because
I'm betting that's because
money.
they got so much backlash out for that.
Yeah, but you notice they haven't been releasing anything to. They basically straight up said no cross-platform between PC and consoles, and no taking away the online requirement for Diablo 3.
No, they said they couldn't take away the online component to PC because it was ingrained in the code.
Yeah,
What
some
if that-
stupid shit like that.
From what I've gathered, actually, from the pirated server software that we're going, is that all the items and stuff are stored server side.
We are Gear-Stik Productions does not advocate piracy or the theft of anything.
I actually own Diablo
ours.
3, so I'm not actually pirating
Hush,
it.
Mishy, I'm trying to disclaimer us.
Never.
I don't want to
Anyway.
be sued.
Yeah. Anyway, no, and it's apparently all the stuff's stored server side, so if you just run the game, you won't have any monsters or loot. It just not a storyline. It's just the character models and stuff are on your PC. So the reason they can't get rid of this online is because then they have to make you download all the items and characters and stuff to actually play the game.
Darn.
So you'd have a couple extra gigs on your drive from Diablo 3.
It's like, then what the hell is the 8 gigs on my computer taking up? Just the crappy voice acting?
No,
I think it's I think it's textures, meshes, and voice
Okay,
acting.
I've played Diablo
cutscenes.
3. The textures and meshes would not take up that much.
Hold on, joke. It's taking up the privilege for you to access their servers.
Oh, I see what you did there, sir. I see what you did there.
There's one file in there saying privilege.txt, and you open up, and it's just one giant lol.
It's a giant middle. It's Chris Metzen's middle finger pointing
It's an
right at you.
AC middle finger. Yeah.
Oh my god, why?
With a note that says, "Oh, and this is in case you actually played through to the ending." Double middle finger.
That would be
God,
the
that ending.
Diablo got better. Spoiler warning.
got better.
Was only a flesh wound. It's like we broke your soul.
Ah,
I
damn it.
fixed me.
From what I get at the end of Diablo 3, they fixed every single issue in the planet. Ever.
Oh yeah, man. The ending of Diablo 3 is yeah, pretty much. Everything's fixed, everything's well and dandy. The whole world is better. No more demons.
And
And
next
kill the
expansion.
primal.
Next expansion. Oh, shit's getting bad again. Uh-oh. Looks like that Diablo's back.
You know those guys?
Ah,
They're back.
that's our Diablo. It becomes a sitcom.
Oh, God.
It's already a
And
sitcom.
he'll make a joke about some other evil dude, and they'll go, "Oh, Diablo."
It's like, gee, Mephisto, it sure is hell living with you. Ha ha.
And the laugh track plays, yeah. Oh, God.
all the bad.
I'm gonna start hurting.
So we've gone completely off topic of this, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We all pretty much agree generally that online single player is usually bad.
Usually.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, I think Dark Souls is the only one that managed to do it right.
Yeah, the article mentions Dark Souls and Journey, but even then, that's just kind of a passive thing. That's something you could easily turn off.
Yeah.
Well, I know for Dark Souls, you actually have to make sure you're unplugged and stuff. There's no way to turn it off manually from memory.
Well, that's, again, at least something that can be, utilized and still played offline.
Yes.
If what he's indicating, like if it's, out of context, is that they should have like some sort of connected experience, I'm going to be okay with that if it's not a mandatory connected experience,
Yeah,
like
agreed.
Diablo or SimCity, where you have to be connected to play the game. Because then they're like, as you indicated jokingly, you're paying for a service. No, I'm paying to pay a fucking game.
Yeah. No joke, right?
Is this where I say single player is a gimmick again?
You can. And then I'll just say a Captain Koala joke.
Yay.
Yay.
Captain Koala. Good day, mate.
Oh. Your accents hurt.
You
They hurt
hurt.
my soul.
Just so you know, Nell, I took a picture of you the other day and hung it up on my wall, and I've been punching it ever since.
Seems very Australian.
I'm actually honored that you went out of your so much out of your way to pretend to cause me misery. That's actually flattering. Thank you.
Oh, you see, I would actually punch you in real life, but
No, you
it's a bit
wouldn't.
harder.
I
You'd be
think you would.
surprised.
No.
He's Australian.
No, he wouldn't.
They have to fight deadly beasts every day.
Like Americans with bad accents, yes.
you
Quite
wouldn't be
deadly
able to
beasts.
punch me. First off, you have to find me.
Not hard.
Actually.
Yeah, it would be hard.
I look for the lamenting people from bad puns.
Lamenting. That would indicate that I actually left my house.
Oh
They
shit.
can hear you from next door. And then they're crying, and everyone else is crying, and they ask them why they're crying.
NEligahn with the amazing ability to disappoint people.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That is my special ability. I make people lament.
Better than a bloody koala.
Hey, Captain Koala's superpowers are awesome. He can talk.
You know, the act of speaking English, or any language for that matter, is not a superpower. Just to Jar Jar Binks, but...
Speaking it well, though, is a completely different one.
Yeah, as you know from experience.
All right, and I think moving on, we're going to move to a next topic of Telltale is talking a season 2 for Walking Dead, the game. This intrigues me, especially since I've still yet to play through season 1, because it makes me very depressed and sad at everything that exists. And this is someone who loves, depressing dark sci-fi, and this game is making me depressed.
You like Goes to Mars?
That wasn't depressing dark, that was goofy, silly, over the top, and really, really bad.
Grimdark.
But I think I don't think you have, Poe. Have you played through it, Mishy?
No, I haven't touched it.
I've been meaning to, but I haven't bothered buying it. For various reasons.
But I'm enjoying it. It's a good game. It's just friggin' depressing. Like, punch myself in the face depressing, make the hurting stop. But yeah, we've kind of touched on it before, but it's got some of the best story setup, characters, voice acting in a game I can think of in recent memory.
I'll give it that one.
And I'm intrigued. I have to finish season 1 before I can really talk about what I think they could do in season 2, which I'm not anticipating the ending to season 1. But yeah, I think this is good news. I think Telltale knows what they've got, and as long as they keep it the same quality and don't start going, Madden or Call of Duty on it, endless sequels.
Why can I see that being funny? Walking Dead Season 2, now with FPS action!
Oh yeah, so beast.
Your enemies! Wait, what?
And it suddenly becomes annoying. It's
It'd
okay,
be
it
funny.
can't possibly have worse voice acting than Aliens. Shit's all blowing up and shit.
Delicious.
Shit is blowing up, shit!
Oh, I remember what we were talking about pre-show. The line that made me pause and go, I can't believe they just said that. It was in the, spoiler warning, the sewer level, when you're with the little suicidal alien things. And your dude is talking to O'Neill, who continues to be a pile of helpfulness as he just watches you get abducted by giant boss alien.
I don't understand how it worked ever. That whole scenario broke my brain.
Anyone who hasn't seen my playthrough, it basically goes, it freezes, it does a cinematic zoom in, the alien takes a step forward, and then it goes gray and black and goes to the next mission. It's like, wait a second, I was walking with O'Neill. Did O'Neill just say, book this shit, and just book it out of there?
He does, actually.
And takes your weapons? Like, apparently he takes your weapons because he duffel bagged the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Well, just from what happens, he's you're in front of him, then you get a black screen, you wake up somewhere else, and then later on you find him with a duffel bag with your weapons and stuff
Which
in it.
he wasn't carrying when you first encountered him and had that weird flirting scene with him. It's like, hey, good talk. Good talk. But the line was something along the lines of, He came over and was like, what's this? And then he exploded. He fucking exploded. And it sounded like he was actually reading it in a closet. It sounded like something a high school attempted voice actor would attempt. And you just
Shit, you didn't tell me they exploded? They exploded? Ugh.
It was so...
How could you not know? You were just fighting them.
Especially since they apparently know what lurkers and stalkers and crap are.
Well before seeing them.
And of course the surprise twist. Bella's got a chest burster in her. What?
What's a chest burster? And Bishop goes, ugh.
Poor Lance Henriksen is like, this is the only job I could ever get.
Poor man.
Damn Android. So that's the thing. Walking Dead can't have worse voice acting than, Aliens Colonial Marine. So I don't know if that's an accomplishment or what. Congratulations, Gearbox. You set the bar. Unfortunately, it was you set the bar extremely low.
Yay! Low bar setting.
And last on our news list, Assassin's Creed 4 is going pirate.
Yes, that. I'm actually excited.
I'll probably buy it like I did the other ones. I think it's going to be the thing they did with Assassin's Creed 2, but between 2 and 3 with Revelations and stuff, where it's going to fill in the storyline. Or they can quote-unquote polish the next one.
Black Flag takes place like way in the past, I think.
Yeah.
It's you're the grandfather of
Connor.
Of the whoever was in 3. I haven't played through 3 yet, even though I should, because it's a preferred time frame. Alrighty. Well, that was a bit of an unexpected break. We had some very disturbing imagery we had to look at. But we're back, and we brought 2 of our other friends. They decided to join us in this plane of existence, Bindi and Ellif. Hello, Bindi and Ellif.
You guys dragged me from the death of sleep.
I didn't drag you anywhere.
I wasn't going to get out of bed until you harassed me.
I was being harassed by Nell, and if you hadn't texted me, it wouldn't have happened.
Oh, consequences for actions. If only games existed that let you have that.
Nah, black and white, bro. Black and white.
Black and white, doormat or douche. And Ellif, say hello. Fine, don't say hello.
Silence.
You know what? I'm going to hate you more intensely than I already hate you.
E.
E? What?
Now he's just being an asshole.
Yeah, he really is.
What is this?
Are you working now?
I don't know. Am I working now?
So he was trying to answer. He wasn't being an asshole.
I was. It just wasn't quite working properly.
Mic problems for the win.
Well, it's cheap-ass mic someone bought me.
Cheap-ass mic. I'll cheap-ass your mic. How are you doing, Mr. Ellif?
Kinky.
No, I'm not kinky, actually, at the moment. Maybe later, but not at the moment.
I was talking about Nell, but...
You know what? Both of you
Whatever.
hush, except for Ellif, who needs to say what he's been doing.
Winding you up.
No, it takes
What
more
else
than
do I
that.
do?
It takes horrifying imagery to do that.
Ah. I'll make you watch Ghost of Mars again, then.
I guess. So, since we already answered, it's now for you two. Bindi, what games have you been playing lately? If any.
I have been Minecrafting, and that is about it, because I have been very busy.
That's a good noble profession. I guess. And such. What about you, Ellif?
World of Warcraft again, for some reason.
Oh, you poor, poor man. That is not a noble profession.
On a little bit of Lord of the Rings online, but not much.
Yeah, we do need to play more of that.
Well, you're never on, so...
Bindi, you linked in our chat the MS Surface Pro. What is special about
Yes.
this particular piece of Hickory.
Basically, it is a Windows 8 laptop, but it has an integrated graphics tablet made by Wacom. And yeah, I am buying this because my daughter has just savagely murdered my laptop. And I would like something that I can travel with, that I can still draw on. So it is just going to be very shiny. By the time I get it, they should have fixed the sensitivity issues with Photoshop. But one of the artists from Penny Arcade has done some testing and has put the videos up on the website. So I'm sure Nell will link that. And it looks quite beautiful. The sense that it's better than the 12WX Cintiq, which has got to say something because I can't afford one of those to save my life.
That is a thing. Everyone make a note of that. That is a thing that exists that I have no clue of.
It is
the numbers you just said.
It is a fancy ass graphics tablet. One that I could only dream of ever owning. And this is better and supports gaming.
That's good.
It is capable of playing things like Skyrim and online games like WoW or Guild Wars 2 if you play those, as well as being a graphics tablet, which is just something that merges my two interests. So yeah.
That sounds like a bit of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
But before you two joined us, we had just finished discussing video games and such.
Yay! Video.
And how whatever season 2 of the Walking Dead game comes out, it can't have worse writing than Aliens Colonial Marines.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
And we were just going into releases for this upcoming week. The first one is the timeless classic it is destined to become a timeless classic because it is the culmination of everything that has existed in games for the past 6 to 8 years. Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army.
Best title?
Mm-hmm.
Best title.
Snipe Nazi Zombies, and it's game and specifically titled.
You're an elite as well. You're an elite.
You're an elite.
Okay, they couldn't have done the typical American thing and rounded it down to like 1 or 2 words. They had to stay with the Japanese title. What?
Hey, you can't get any more. Hey, in the age of false advertising and false E3 reports, you cannot get any more exact of a title than that. That is a game in which you play a sniper elite killing a Nazi zombie army.
I'd like to point out that you don't always use sniper rifles, though. False advertising.
False advertising.
We can't even win with that. It's like they're all out to get us. Shame on you, sniper elite Nazi zombie army. I trusted you. I bet there's not even any Nazi zombies in it either. I bet there's just an army.
Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army makes it sound like you're one of the zombie army.
And your job's to take down the sniper elites. You just control the horde jumping from zombie to zombie.
You are a sniper elite zombie who is also a Nazi.
From the Nazi area, and then plot twist, you were actually, I don't know, some underground American person.
There's no actual army, it's just a single Nazi zombie. It's actually a life simulator. It's a single Nazi zombie trying to make his way in the world.
You're really Hitler.
You're really zombie Hitler. If that game...
I shouldn't say that. That's a little bit racist.
How is that racist? It's Hitler. No one likes Hitler, except really bad people. And here comes the hate debate on the comments. You know, Hitler was actually just misunderstood. It's like, oh, we've got Republican pundits on us now.
Hitler was technically chaotic good,
Technically chaotic good. You can send all your hate mail to Mishy, care of Captain Koala HQ.
Oh god.
I'm sure he'll have Bunny look it over.
Note, Steam keys will not activate in Germany.
Lol.
I might have to get this now, just to see if it ends with a boss battle against Zombie Hitler.
Well, the first one,
Okay.
it was one of those missions was sniping Hitler in the balls.
Oh, see, here we go. In the dying flames of World War II, a despairing Hitler unleashes one final, unholy gamble. A legion of undead super soldiers that threatens to overwhelm the whole of Europe.
So Hollywood celebrities.
You are Carl Fairborn, the sniper who shaped world history. You are one of the last living souls in Germany. You must team up or die. American, German, Russian. Previous military allegiances no longer matter. Now it's just the living against the dead. Only a sniper elite with nerves of steel and a steady aim stands a chance against Hitler's Nazi zombie army.
That literally sounds like one of the worst games ever.
So,
Someone got paid to write that. Someone got paid to write stand a chance against Hitler's Nazi zombie army.
Oh, yeah.
Key features. Battle through blood-drenched levels in a Berlin overrun by Hitler's supernatural forces. I need to play this game, and we need to play it. We need to now play it co-op. This is going to be a thing.
No, I
You're dropping money
refuse.
on it, yes.
We are going to play it co-op now.
If you're dropping money on it, sure.
I will play that with you.
We will
I'm
have to
not, I'm not paying any money of my own on it, though.
Coming soon on Gear-Stik Productions, Sniper Elite, Nazi Zombie Army, co-op. We're going to make this a thing. I'm going to find a way to make this a thing. We're going to schedule times, and we're going to make this a thing.
God. That's sick.
Yes. So, now that we found our new project, we have...
Maybe Gear-Stik plays Heart of the Swarm or something.
We'll get there, don't worry about it. Then we've got releasing on the Wii U, The Amazing Spider-Man. Because that's not old at all.
There's another one of them.
PS3, we have 8 Liar Aisha, The Alchemist of Dusk, which seems to be a JRPG.
Whoa.
The 14th title in the Atlier series.
You say these games like we know them.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate on 3DS.
That'll be interesting to see whether they actually do a good job or not.
The gameplay has more emphasis on exploration than Lords of Shadow and is similar to Symphony of the Night, according to Wikipedia.
Okay, maybe not then.
I'm gonna have to give it a look. And then what do we have? Then we have... Ooh, here's one for all of us. Major League Baseball 2K13 on the PS3 and Xbox 360.
I'm such a sports fan.
Oh yeah, totally. We're all big on the sportsness. And then also MLB 13 The Show. Sure, why not? Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 on Xbox 360 and PS3. It's
That's...
fighting game. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's all you really need to know.
You fight people from Naruto. Woo.
Yay!
And for those of us who like to dip into Sims 3 and create unholy abominations,
Oh god.
there's the Sims 3 University Life. It's in the tradition of well-done EA expansion / money grubbing. You basically go to a location that's a university and have a sim graduate it.
You can also sleep with your
Sounds
professor.
impressive and exciting.
You can sleep with your professor, always keeping your perspective in focus there, Mishy.
It was on the. That's the only thing I know about university life because it was on the Facebook page for Sims 3 quite a lot.
Right.
They actually had a poll
Oh, dear.
asking how many of your Sims are going to sleep with the professor. That was actually a poll on the
Because-
Facebook page.
Because being a easy whore these days is So fashionable.
Oh, come on, it's The Sims. Since when have they had any sort of social
I
sensibilities at
greatly
all?
enjoy making my
Very
Sims become massive neighborhood whores. I greatly
You know it.
The best thing about
Because then,
Sims is you
Here
can
I am,
create...
simply happy locking them in a doorless and windowless room to die.
That takes too long.
That's not creepy in
in-
the slightest.
Sleeping with everyone in the town and thus making them hate you is much easier.
No, see, that's why you got to create someone who's likable, but really hideous looking, because of the way the Sims social engine works. You just spam enough of one thing, people will like you and sleep with you in elevators. So that's the great mission: is to just fill the town with your hideously looking babies.
Yo.
It's like a safe for work version of Alien.
It's safe work because we blurred it out.
Exactly. See, everything's okay when you do that.
God.
And now a game that has blurred lines and created a bit of discussion. Yes, SimCity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm going to be playing it. I'm looking forward to it, except for how much it enrages me. It's a love-hate relationship, because I've always loved the SimCity games. And this one's like, EA, why you do stupid shit? It's like, it's SimCity. It's gonna sell anyway. Why are you cramming this crap in there?
Because money.
Because money, that's the only... It's not for... They can throw out as much... It's like Blizzard throwing out all kinds of talking points and crap. It's like, we're doing this for this, and raga, 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 raga. It's like, no. You're doing it because you're greedy fucks and you want more money.
Raga raga raga, eh?
Braga, 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 braga.
Wagga wagga wagga.
But these... Basically, in this week, we have a couple of the big... And then we have Tomb Raider, which has been getting pretty decent reviews so far on most of the sites. The only thing is they're refusing to put out a PC review version. Which I'm kind of antsy
It's a little
about.
bit worrying.
So I'm going to wait until Total Biscuit and Rock Paper Shotgun drop their shit to really decide what goes on there. Because it looks interesting, and all the stuff I've read about it is pretty good, but the lack of a PC review copy is very worrying. And of course, we're going to talk a lot more about this on next week's episode. It's basically going to be the StarCraft 2 episode. And that's the release of Heart of the Swarm on March the 12th. That was... I thought that was Bindi for a second, Mishy. Congratulations.
So did I.
My voice is that terrifying.
I like how you called his voice terrifying. I wasn't even that mean.
It's not the voice, it was that squeakiness.
I just realized something. Here on the release list on Wikipedia, Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army does not have a Wikipedia page. That is hilarious.
I know, you should create one.
Go to hell, Mishy. Oh,
Wait,
and
Captain Koala? Or have you turned
that's Captain
into...
Koala's voice. That's Captain Koala's voice right there.
Is it his assistant... Is it his assistant Bunny?
What was it, Bunny Broad?
Yeah.
Bunny Boomer?
Like, Bunny something or other.
Bunny Booma. That's her name. Bunny Booma. And they drive a convertible down the road, and it's got a giant Union Jack on it because the artists are stupid. Just put a Union Jack on the trunk. And it's a pink convertible with a Union Jack on the trunk.
There's actually a car getting around here in Bathurst like that. Except it's red.
What is this that Ellif's popping up?
RPS!
Well, that's both awesome and terrifying, because as an American, I am proud of the fact that I can barely understand other languages. It gives us the right to go...
far too ambitious.
It might be. But it is CD Projekt Red, which means ambitious is what they do best.
People said similar about BioWare, though.
Yeah.
BioWare...
They aren't being ambitious anymore.
BioWare was also acquired by EA. For those that aren't in our chat, which is pretty much everyone who's listening, Ellif just linked an article talking about multiple languages in Cyberpunk. Basically, CD Projekt Red is developing the game Cyberpunk, which they're planning to be like kind of an open world RPG thing. And they're talking about a system in game where people talk original languages. And the example is if we meet Mexicans in game, they'll be talking Mexican slang portrayed by Mexican actors. The player would be able to buy a translator implant, and depending on how advanced it is, he'll get better or worse translation. That's actually kind of a neat gimmick.
Can I buy the Google Translate one?
No, you want the YouTube subtitle version.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
Why are you
much
talking
more
about
entertaining.
burritos? It's like, yo, I said I was going to kill you. Why are you going to bill me?
I'm gonna stab you now. Shank.
Ow, why are you punching me with a pigeon? It could be overly ambitious, but as point out BioWare was also purchased by EA. And we can largely blame EA and the more money, less quality viewpoint that they've taken in recent years. So, but as I said, they haven't settled on it yet. It's just something they're kind of throwing out there as an idea.
That's a drop.
But I'm looking forward. That's one of the games I'm looking really forward to. I want to see how it turns out. But that is about...
terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing about Heart of the Swarm.
I play as multiplayer, therefore I can't be that disappointed in it.
Except it's the last Blizzard IP that hasn't totally wanked off its story yet.
Shut up, I can dream.
No, you can't. Hope is for the weak.
I'll be weak then.
Give in to the disappointment.
I refuse to give in to the disappointment. I refuse.
Alright, so I think that is it for releases. Does anyone have any other news and or old and or new business they want to put forward before the committee?
We have a committee?
We are a committee.
Oh, has anyone
We get
talked
paid?
about that damn game that's going to be on Steam, iOS, and Android that is utterly terrifying yet?
There's a lot of utterly
features-
terrifying games.
It lets you be
Oh.
a crazy cat lady without actually owning cats.
Yes, tell us. I remember you linking me this article a couple of days ago. Tell us a little bit about this game. It's from the same people who brought us Super Meat Boy, so we know its integrity is really intact, and it's got a good, grounded sense of humor.
Yeah, it's dark humor. It is very dark humor. Basically, it's like a mix between Tamagotchi, Sims, and those kind of games, but with cats. Now, the current number of cats in this game called Nugenics is some ridiculous number, which I don't even know how to say, and growing.
Sucks to billion.
It's a ridiculous number.
Dropping the link in the chat.
Yeah. Basically, you breed these cats. But if you breed the wrong cats together, you can get genetic defects. Cat AIDS, which is a very real thing. Trust me, I've worked in vet industries. It is very real. But the fact that they've added these things in, and there's a quote here from one of the people that were playing it, and basically, this is what it says. Last week, I was playing a game with Puddle, a fat female cat I had been working on earlier that day. You basically thaw characters out of cryo tubes, like cube things. And you can put them back in cryo cubes for later defrosting and breeding, which is a little bit annoying. But basically,
I think Mishy's losing it.
he tried mating her with another cat, but she wasn't interested. So this cat had attacked the male cat by kicking it in the face. However, because the female cat, Puddles, had kicked the male cat in the face while he was eating, he then associated that trauma with food, and so he didn't eat and starved to death. The prized cat then happened to fall pregnant to another cat, which had issues. Very, very different. He was narcoleptic. He was a stray narcoleptic called Goon, who passed his disorder onto the kittens and gave Puddles feline AIDS, forcing Macmillan to put her back into cryostasis until a cure could be found. The story ends with the narcoleptic cat killing one of his own kittens before eventually running away, while Macmillan gets arrested by local animal control before he can find a cure for the Puddles. It's just that kind of game is both terrifying and so interesting that I want to play it so much. But being dark humor, it's not going to be for everyone.
I like some of these comments on the article here. Cats have the same eyes as snakes and Sauron. Evil. Case closed. The next comment. But who's a cute little bundle of terror? Who's a little snuggums with the baleful evil glare?
I fitted.
Oh god, I'm just... Oh.
When a cat hisses and its ears go back, it's trying to look like a snake. True story.
Dino.
Oh dear.
I think it looks like fun.
Now. Can Sims have more elements in this game, please?
I think I'm going to do a playthrough of this, simply because it's going to end up with some hilarious results. I can see it now.
Is it coming out for PC at all? Does it say, or is it just
Well, it'll be on
mobile?
Steam, so I'm guessing it will.
Okay, good. Because I could totally do a playthrough of this too.
It's slated for release on Steam, iOS, and Android. There's no release date just yet.
Well, I'm pretty sure, you know what? In retrospect, after PETA's reaction to Super Meat Boy, I bet that had something to do with the creation of this particular game.
Super Meat Boy became quite big, especially through the DeviantArt. Quite a bit of fan art from that. All of it rather hilarious.
10 Dino.
Oh god. I don't even.
Alright, and I think that'll be good enough to close us out for this episode of Gear-Stik Saturday Morning. Unless anybody had anything else. We're going to leave on a high note right now. Last time we left on Captain Koala, and...
Now we're leaving on Cat AIDS.
Yeah, now we're leaving you on Cat AIDS. We're just raising the bar for quality for our show. Continuing with the quality. So now we're just going to close out with our usual stuff. Poe, what kind of plans do you have for your channel and such?
Well, I'm gonna get off my lazy patootie and finally finish those sups of ME3 and Awesome Knots. The hardest part is writing a damn script. And then expect a Tomb Raider and SimCity sup.
Only noobs write scripts.
No,
Totally
trust me,
freeball it.
Scripts are more important than you realize.
Like the recording and all that is so easy, and it's like a 20-minute job, but the script is like, oh my god!
And then you find yourself editing it in post anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Cutting chunks out.
But yeah, so that's my plan.
All right. And as always, you are at Mighty Poe on Twitter.
At the
No, the.
No, yeah, it's
You
just
do
no
not
the,
have a the.
right, yeah.
Don't confuse people.
I need to fix that.
Bindi, what kind of plans have you?
My plans for the week is to try get a Minecraft Let's Play through up on my thing, as well as possibly another art video, and you may hear my terrible, terrible singing.
Ooh,
But that I will keep you posted.
that sounds
And
like fun.
as usual, you can find me at Cameron on Twitter and
All right.
on DeviantArt.
All right. Mishy, you don't have a YouTube or anything that you do to contribute to society, but you do have a Twitter, which is at CrunchyMishy. So go harass him there, and I will continue to harass him and send him.
him so that he posts more.
I am quite happy being anonymous on the internet. I've done all my dash with being semi-famous on my MMOs. Makes me happy.
So just gotta say this. Total Biscuit saying today it's that dumb Nazi Zombies game in Dota 2.
And Dota 2.
So it's the guy's like, Nazi Zombies is a flat out blast. And Total Biscuit responds with quite literally brain dead shit. Oh, I can't wait for this now.
Oh yeah, that is going to be a fun project, I think.
Yeah.
Ellif, what are you doing, if anything? You're also existing in a state of existence.
Trying to survive the week.
That is a goal we should all attain.
I approve of that goal.
He is
Canadian
at Ellif
approved.
D. Wolf. As usual, all the links are in the bottom of this. Myself, I have a demo listen of Planet Explorers in the works, and I've got 3 games currently sitting on my desktop: 99 Levels to Hell, Drift Moon, and Giant Citizen Kabuto. That will likely get demo listens this coming week. And of course, we're going to try to finish out Aliens either this week or the week after. I'm going to try to have a marathon session this afternoon to finish out that piece of crap. And
Sounds
finally get rid of it.
Just be careful it doesn't destroy your brain with how bad it is.
It already
Too
has. It already has, and I have a feeling it's going to destroy me more. It is just utterly painful in terms of gameplay. Like, more than Duke Nukem. Like, because at least Duke Nukem had Duke's voice at least trying to be awesome. It's just lazy. But I think that will close us out for this episode. So, until next Saturday, all of you, I will see you elsewhere and such. Hell of a closing. Brilliant. Nothing but the best.
Bye.
All right. Game on and take care, folks.
Z.
Yeah, whatever with your references.
Z.